blood volume into his belly. I mean, if it had happened quickly rather than slowly over a period of time, we wouldn't be having this discussion.
You know, people always say as long as you learn from your mistakes, they were worth it. And with Havasu, the thing I learned, I don't know if it was a good thing. I learned that you can only tolerate so much pain before you pass out. And I figured I'd already been through the most pain that I could ever possibly go through. So there really wasn't anything to fear.
Most people, if they get in an accident doing something they love, if it hurts them bad enough, they're able to just walk away from it and be like, I could never do that again because, and you live in the past, in that fear. And someone like Travis is able to take that fear, look it dead in the eye and say, I'm letting you go. I want to see what's on the other side. And that's amazing.
In 1999, the X Games was about to introduce freestyle motocross to the world on a grand scale. Despite the insertion of 2 titanium screws, Travis wasn't going to miss it.
And then he says, I want to do X Games. I said, I don't think so. You just separated your body 6 months prior. You've got to be kidding me. And you know, Travis, when he gets something in his head, he's going to do it.
Pastrana, I'm 15 years old. I like motorcycles. Yeah, I've had 18 broken bones and 8 surgeries in the past 4 years. Travis Pastrana, first gold, first time for freestyle Moto X.
Everyone was talking about this new hot kid, and he was going to jump in the jump in the bay.
He clinched the gold, and he was excited. And Malcolm got a life jacket. He put it under his gear. They drained the gas, just enough gas to get over, and he went and he launched it.
Travis really might be the biggest idiot I know.
Pretty much like Laird Hamilton, but even more sped up.
You know, it's so trippy how his mind works.
San Francisco's got a bunch of environmental issues as it is in that bay. And at the end of the day, ESPN, in my eyes, I think they were winking and laughing. I was in awe, to say the least, and that was one of a million times where I was in shock with him, for sure.
When Travis turned 16, he joined the professional motocross and supercross ranks. To the disappointment of the serious racing community, he also competed in freestyle motocross every chance he could.
All he ever heard was, you have to change. Freestyle or motocross? Freestyle or motocross? I don't think Roger was even a fan of hiring Travis. He thought he was just a dumbass freestyler. And Roger clearly has this line of demarcation, racers and freestylers, and they don't mix. And then when Travis came and stayed with Roger when he was 16 and was up before Roger and was training and doing his schoolwork, I mean, he was diligent, Roger started liking him. Even before he'd ever raced pro, Travis was supremely confident. And naturally, he had to get hurt 3 days before his debut pro race.
I dislocated my shoulder a week before on Letterman.
Travis Pastrana, ladies and gentlemen, Travis. Look at this. This is crazy. And then you come down and...
Oh, little slick.
Oops. I did it. I dislocated my shoulder, tore the rotator cuff.
Still told Roger, I'm going to win, I guarantee it, so relax. And he delivered. And Roger became a big fan.
Here comes Pastrana. A little bit on the edge. Mike dancing all around underneath it. What a pass by Pastrana. When he was forced to go on the edge of the middle. Here comes Pastrana. Driving hard to go around everybody this way. This kid is excited.
With motocross in general, I mean, Travis is riding on the back of giants. You've got guys that have established the sport over the last 30 years, including his old team manager at Suzuki, Roger DeCoster, a 5-time world champion, Bob Hanna, Ricky Johnson, Jeff Ward, Johnny O'Mara, all these different guys, David Bailey, that established this sport. So Travis comes in and wins the outdoor championship in 2000. He is the next future star of American motocross in 2000. I mean, Travis was the kid.
One month after winning his first motocross championship, Travis was selected to represent the United States at the biggest race in the world, the Motocross des Nations.
We're here at the Motocross des Nations, ready to do some practice.
That's like the Olympics of motocross. That's where all the countries get together, and it's a big deal for you're representing the United States and you're going over there to win for the United States. I don't think ever in the history of that event has a 16-year-old gone and competed in this event.
It was amazing because the media just ripped us apart. You know, when Roger DeCoster picked the team for the 2000 Motocross Nations, he picked a 16-year-old, a rookie, and halfway through the season, I was still crashing out almost every event. Ryan Hughes, he was hurt all year, didn't ride a single round, and when he did, you know, he wasn't in the top 5 over in Europe. You know, of course, you had Ricky Carmichael, who's basically a god on a motorcycle. He's the best thing the U.S. has probably ever produced. I mean, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. But one man cannot carry an entire team. What are you doing? And we went over there, and Ryan Hughes got a first and a third. Ricky Carmichael got a first and a second. And I got a second and a third, and we absolutely dominated the Motocross Nations.
And Travis just rose to the occasion. I would think that was his biggest moment of his motorcycle career. Typical Travis. He crashes, everybody gets out in front of him, and he just charges through it, eats rocks, gets roosted, and jumps over the top of Stefan Roncada. And DeCoster, I think at that point, after winning the championship and winning the Des Nations, he made DeCoster a fan.
He is Howdy Doody meets Wally Cleaver meets, I don't even know what. I mean, Ronald McDonald maybe? Have you seen the shoes that kid wears?
I'm a little bit of a dork that just kind of rides a motorcycle.
He shows up with dirty DC shoes, tube socks that have blood stains, shorts, and this is no bull. Red Bull had to go buy him jeans in LA. He showed up in shorts, cargo shorts, and a t-shirt and a ball cap to do Jay Leno.
Travis Pastrana.
Yeah, I mean, Travis is not your typical rock star. He doesn't care. He's a dork. He knows he's a dork.
You get to sit next to Ashley. There you go right there.
Ashley, I'm Travis. Whenever he gets excited about something, he just can't help himself. He just has to throw that sucker up there, and you'll see it popping up pretty much anywhere he goes. He can't get rid of it. So
I've watched you try to pick up girls. People, Travis has got no game at all.
Are you a single guy?
yeah, I'm single. Are you?
Have you ever seen him before? No. Oh, so there you are. So that works out.
I can definitely imagine what's going on in Travis's head when he's making out with a girl like, oh, man, this is great. This is super. Gosh darn it, man. I'd like to thank my sponsors on this one. I was never king of the cool guy bros, you know, when I was growing up, but I still thought Travis was a dork when I'd see him in the pits. I'd be like, how can this kid possibly go fast?
In 2001, Travis followed up his outdoor motocross title with the 125 Supercross Championship.
Pastrana trying to become the youngest rider ever to win the series. Trying to do that today in Pontiac. There we go. The main event underway. It's been the 125 East Division, the last race of the season. And Pastrana, with his second place finish, wraps up the 125 East title. Travis Pastrana at the age of 17 years and 6 months, the youngest rider ever to win the title.
Oh, yeah!
While attempting to defend his outdoor motocross championship in 2001, Travis's aggressive style got the best of him.
You know, it's kind of him and Langston back and forth.
It's the last lap. Here comes Pastrana. Shows him the wheel. He's got the inside. What a pass by Pastrana.
And then he knocked himself out at Unadilla. Knocked himself out again in Washougal.
Are taking away even more points now.
Oh, no! Travis had his neck jerked and then popped the back of his head. He is absolutely still. That's his father coming in under the ropes.
Racing-wise, I think it was a tough year.
Travis showed Roger just enough for Roger to understand what was in there, and then frustrated the hell out of him for the next 3 or 4 years.